How did your battalion's perfect safety record turn out to be falsified? Staff Sergeant Neil Bridges ran our motor pool safety program, 22 years in the Army, never had a single accident report filed during his entire tenure. The battalion commander loved him, gave him awards every year, held him up as the gold standard for safety management. Bridges knows how to run a tight ship, Colonel Ashford would say during briefings. 0 incidents in 5 years. That's the standard we're aiming for. I worked under Bridges as a junior mechanic. Noticed something weird my first week. Lots of minor accidents happened. Dropped tools, smashed fingers, minor cuts. Normal stuff for a motor pool, but none of it ever got reported. Bridges would handle everything quietly. Send guys to sick hall on their own time. Tell them to say the injury happened at home. Keep the paperwork clean, he'd say. No need to mess up our record over a scraped knuckle. My buddy Quincy sliced his hand open on sheet metal. Needed 12 stitches. Bridges drove him to the hospital personally during lunch. Tell them you cut it doing yard work, Bridges instructed. I'll cover your shift. Just keep this between us. Quincy agreed. Didn't want to cause problems. The medical report listed it as a non-duty related injury. This went on for months. Small injuries, near misses, equipment failures, all swept under the rug to maintain that perfect safety record. Then came the incident with Private Levi Canton. Kid was 20 years old, fresh out of training, assigned to work on a lifted truck without proper safety equipment. The jack failed. Truck came down on Levi's leg, crushed it bad, compound fracture, visible bone, blood everywhere. We called for help immediately. Medics arrived, rushed him to the base hospital. No way to hide this one. Bridges showed up at the hospital 3 hours later. Levi was in surgery. Bridges talked to the responding medic, tried to get him to change the report. Maybe the injury happened off duty. He could have been working on his personal vehicle at home. The medic refused. Sergeant, there were 6 witnesses. Everyone saw it happen in the motor pool. I'm not falsifying a medical report. That's when everything unraveled. The hospital contacted the safety office to file the required accident report. They discovered we hadn't filed anything in 5 years. The safety inspector started digging, called in everyone who'd worked under Bridges, asked about unreported injuries. Turned out there'd been 47 incidents over 5 years, ranging from minor cuts to a concussion that should have triggered a full investigation. All of them hidden, all recorded as non-duty injuries or not recorded at all. The inspector brought in criminal investigators. This wasn't just poor record keeping, this was systematic falsification of official documents. They found Bridges had been altering medical records, coaching soldiers to lie, even forging signatures on safety inspection forms. Why? Because his promotion to sergeant first class depended on that safety record. His evaluation reports all emphasized his perfect track record. Battalion command had recommended him for awards based on those numbers. Colonel Ashford was furious, not just at Bridges, but at himself for not questioning how one unit could have 0 incidents while every other unit reported normal accident rates. Bridges got court-martialed, convicted of falsifying official documents and conspiracy, sentenced to 6 months in military prison, dishonorable discharge, lost his entire pension. But the damage went beyond just him. 3 other sergeants who'd helped cover up incidents got Article 15s. The battalion's deployment got delayed pending a complete safety review. And Levi, his leg never fully recovered. Medical retirement at 20 years old. Army career over before it really started. The worst part came during the investigation. Inspectors found that one of the hidden incidents involved faulty breathing equipment during a fuel tank cleaning. 2 soldiers had gotten dizzy from fumes but weren't reported. One of those soldiers was Private Sterling Webb. He'd complained of headaches for weeks after but never got properly checked out. 6 months after the Bridges investigation, Webb collapsed during morning PT. Brain scans showed damage from prolonged chemical exposure. The fuel fumes had caused permanent neurological harm. If the incident had been properly reported, Webb would have gotten immediate treatment. Instead, he suffered irreversible brain damage because Bridges wanted to keep his record clean. Webb's family sued the Army, settled for an undisclosed amount. The kid who'd joined to serve his country was now disabled for life at 23. Battalion got a new safety officer after Bridges. Guy named Sergeant Dalton Pierce. First day on the job, he called everyone together. I know the previous standard was 0 incidents. New standard is 100% honest reporting. I don't care if someone gets a paper cut. I want to know about it. Understood? Someone asked, won't that make our numbers look bad? Pierce looked at him hard. Know what looks worse? Disabled soldiers and prison sentences. We report everything. Every time. No exceptions. Our incident reports tripled that first month. Battalion looked terrible on paper. But you know what else happened? We actually fixed problems. Replaced faulty equipment, improved training, identified hazards before someone got seriously hurt. 2 years later, our actual injury rate was lower than when Bridges was covering everything up. Turns out honest reporting makes workplaces safer. Who knew? Levi comes by the motor pool sometimes. Walks with a cane now. Says he doesn't blame the individual soldiers. Blames a system that rewarded looking good over being good. Last I heard, Bridges was working at a car wash in his hometown. 52 years old, no pension, no benefits. All because he couldn't handle paperwork that made him look imperfect.